Okay, I want us to stay in Tshwane just a while longer because the capital's water woes continue. Some of the city's residents may be left without water for at least 8 months. This after recent floods damaged a key pipeline. Let's talk about this now and bring in Abel Dau, who is the acting mayor in the city of Tshwane, to talk more about what plans are in place to mitigate the impact of this. Mr. Dau, a very good evening to you and thank you for your time. So I want to begin then with this time frame that's been given that people could possibly be without running tap water for about 8 months. That sounds terribly long. Why would it take that long to fix this pipeline?
Good evening and good evening to the viewers at home. Look, that was the preliminary findings of the engineers from Magalies Water together with the mine, who are the owners of the Velge Dam, where we abstract water to to be treated to reticulate in the areas of Cullinan, Rayton, Zonderwater and those surrounding areas. Now, why would it take that long? The pump station has been completely damaged. The pipeline, about 210 meters of pipeline that abstracts from the dam, has been washed away by the recent floods, and basically all the supporting structure that it is fixed on has been. So it's quite a hefty amount of pipeline and work that needs to be done to restore the pipeline.
Okay, so you've gone from that 8-month period, and I was reading in the latest reports, you were saying that this could take, what, just a matter of weeks? 5 weeks was the other estimate. How would you bring the estimation from 8 months down to 5 weeks?
Look, what we have looked at is to look at all possible solutions that we can find. Like you correctly said, 8 months is a long time that taps would run dry. Not only that would affect the residents on the ground, but it would also affect our infrastructure that is currently on the, used to transport the water from the purification plant to the tap in somebody's house, as well as the infrastructure that we use to purify the water. So we can't have that. But also over and above that, the human element to it. So how we got to a point where we looked at it is that we are looking at a temporary pump station that can be erected on the other side of the dam and be mounted then to the pipeline that takes the water to the purification plant, and from that on we can purify the water, because the purification plant is not damaged. What is damaged at this stage is obviously the pipeline that leads to the pump station, and if we can get that done, then it would be much quicker. And for that, we are grateful that the miners come to the party. We've just had talks, and they are willing to obviously assist the city together with Magalies Water to see to it that we can do that. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on them and the engineers that would be doing the work, so that they to find ourselves in a space where show the work has been done, but we significantly can reduce that time. And we do believe that we should be able to announce that in 2-3 weeks water would be back on.
I want to squeeze in another water-related question, because for the past few months now you've been dealing with another water crisis in Hammanskraal. In November we'd heard that some progress had been made in trying to get water to the taps, but a warning then came that people should perhaps not drink that water until certain tests had been conducted. Can you confirm tonight that people in Hammanskraal have running safe water to drink?
Look, the water in Hammanskraal, the running water that we had always supplied in Hammanskraal, we had always maintained that it meets all other parameters except for obviously the high concentration of nitrates and nitrites, which can be harmful to little babies or unborn babies, as well as people with compromised immune system. And for that reason, there was a conscious decision politically made by the 3 spheres of government to say, until such time that we have done adequate work upstream where the problems are that give rise to the issues around the water problems in Hammanskraal, we should not pronounce that the water is safe for human consumption. I know for a fact that AfriForum went ahead and did independent tests, and they actually found out that the water is safe for human consumption. But look, we want to be responsible about it. There's a lot of work that needs to happen at Royal Wastewater Treatment Works, which is where we release raw water from there that goes down the Apis River. The Apis River had been highly contaminated, as well as the local dam where we abstract. So it would be very irresponsible for all of us to encourage people to use this water. We continue to provide drinking and consumable water through water tankers, as well as the static points that we have erected in Hammanskraal, and we want to keep it that way a little bit longer so that we give people of Hammanskraal the confidence, complete confidence, that the water is completely fine.
Acting Mayor, what you're saying to me is the water is safe for consumption for adults, but it's not safe for children, and that's why then what's coming from the taps cannot be given to the families in that area. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, you are hearing me correctly. That's why we cannot encourage people of Hammanskraal to consume the water yet.
Okay. That was Tshwane's Acting Mayor Abel Dau speaking to us tonight. Thank you so much for being on Nightline, sir. Well,